It is Thursday. That means it's time for Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. Good afternoon, good morning. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. These are three fugitives every week that we feature that are on our streets, making us a little less safe when they need to be in front of a judge answering to serious charges. Let's bring in Detective Randy Divis with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. Detective, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. Let's get to our first case. This is a story, unfortunately, that has been making headlines now for about 5-6 days in Northeast Ohio. This involves a murder in Richmond Heights. We've been covering this extensively, but that's how important this is that Crime Stoppers wanted to make this our top case of the week. Tell us what we know about Raymond Melton.
We know that Raymond Melton is currently charged with aggravated murder. Early Saturday morning on November 4th of 2023, Raymond Melton was involved in a domestic dispute in the city of Richmond Heights. It is alleged that during that dispute, Raymond shot several individuals, killing one of them. Raymond left the scene prior to police arrival, and he may be traveling in either a cream-colored Kia Sorento, license plate JYX3536, or a dark blue BMW X3, license plate JVJ7225. Raymond Melton is 6 feet tall and 145 pounds and was last known to be staying on the east side of Cleveland.
This is a case that unfortunately multiple people were shot. 4 people were shot in the same incident. 3 survived, 1 did not. Unfortunately, 26-year-old Joseph Garth did not survive in that. We know that the U.S. Marshals Service is on the hunt for him. Their warrant unit is on the hunt for Melton, and that's how important it is. This is an individual that's accused to already have taken 1 life. The question is, what will happen next? This individual needs to be off our street and in a courtroom. Innocent until proven guilty, but we need to get him into that courtroom to face this aggravated murder charge. We'll do more on Melton in a minute when we start talking about reward money, because we know money can be a big motivator. Let's get to our next case. Also very serious involuntary manslaughter charge against Joselyn Walker. Walk us through the case.
Walker is currently charged with involuntary manslaughter, corrupting another with drugs, drug trafficking, and drug possession. Joselyn Walker has multiple warrants with the Sheriff's Department. In one case, it's alleged that she was corrupting another with drugs, specifically fentanyl. The indictment indicates that this led to the death of the victim in December of 2022. She's also wanted for trafficking fentanyl, methamphetamine, and heroin. It's even alleged that some of these incidents happened with proximity of a minor. Joselyn has an extensive history with the Sheriff's Department, to include a 2004 guilty plea to assault, and she also has warrants with Berea for driving under suspension and Parma for attempted possession of heroin. Joselyn Walker is 5'7" and 142 pounds. She was last known to be staying at the 5300 block of Gifford Avenue in the city of Cleveland.
That's an individual that has racked up a lengthy list of charges, the most serious of which involuntary manslaughter. Again, innocent until proven guilty, but she needs to be in a courtroom, not on our streets. Let's get to our third and final case. What do we know about Durga Singdom?
Durga Singdom is currently charged with felonious assault, strangulation, domestic violence, assault, and obstructing official business. According to the reports in September of this year, Singdom attacked the victim in their sleep and strangled them. He then punched them in the head, causing a laceration. He has a history of assault and actually pled guilty to assault in February of 2022. Durga also has warrants with Solon for failure to appear, as well as Richland County Sheriff's Department for failing to appear for a bench trial. Durga Singdom is 5'4" and 140 pounds. He was last known to be staying at the 4500 block of Rodone Road in the city of Cleveland.
Detective Divis, we talk about this all the time. People get nervous. They don't want to be associated with the case. They don't want to be quote unquote snitches. And that's not the case. That's why Crime Stoppers of Cuyahoga County is so incredible, because this is totally anonymous. Why do people need not to be in fear of calling in a tip?
They don't need to worry about any of that when working with Crime Stoppers. We don't have a caller ID, our lines aren't recorded, we don't ask for any personal information or identifiers, and we actually give out a tip number to help that person remain anonymous when they go to collect whatever they'll receive.
Yeah, it's an ID number, so to speak. You call in, you leave your tip, they give you an ID number. That way, 45 days down the road, you call back in. You don't even give them your name because they don't have it. You give them your tip number and see if you are eligible for a reward. When we are talking about a case like Raymond Melton, this is a reward of up to $5,000. This is an aggravated murder case. Again, alleged to have killed someone this past weekend, could be out there in either this Kia Sorento or a BMW SUV. We need to get this individual off the street. Detective Divis, when we start talking about reward, what do we like people to know?
We like people to know that crime doesn't pay, but Crime Stoppers does.
It absolutely does. Detective, thank you very much for the time today. We appreciate it. Have a good day.
Take care.
All right, take care. Let's keep in mind, if you're watching this video on Facebook, it is as simple as hitting that share button. Somebody in this community may know where Raymond Melton is at this very moment. Who is hiding him? Did he take off to Toledo? Did he go to Columbus? Did he go to somewhere in Pennsylvania? One phone call could make all the difference in the world. You have 3 people who are recovering from being shot. I know one was shot in the stomach, and one was shot in the arm, and one was shot in the butt. They deserve justice, as well as the individual who died. 26-year-old Joseph Garth. Think about where his family is today and the justice that they want to see served. It could be one simple phone call. Here's the number again, 216-252-7463. And if one of his family is watching, you better make the call, because we have an incredible success rate here, about 58% capture rate when we air our 3 fugitives here on Crime Stoppers, in conjunction with Crime Stoppers on Cuyahoga's Most Wanted. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be right here on our digital platforms. Our 11 o'clock news 15 minutes away on CW43, and our noon news on Channel 19. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media.